How are you? Hi. Fine. You got to help me. Okay. Okay. Just, yeah, you sit on me. Here you go, baby. I didn't even know.
Check. Sound good? I can talk well. Are you, sir?
Hey, hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. Send me yours. You got the picture? That's your number on it? I got it. Take care of that right away. I'll take care of it right away. I told her to get it. No, no, no. It's GDC. We don't know if you want that one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the BLE 2003 graduation ceremony.
Class, attention, we are strong, we will stand strong, we are strong, BLE 2003. Mark time, march, left, right, left, forward, march, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, 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 left. Group, up, center, face. Take seats. Address.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to BLE 2003. At this time, we'll have Captain Greg Shelton come forward, Academy Director.
Thank you, Sergeant Moore. Do something right back up. Good afternoon. I am Captain Greg Shelton, Fulton County, the Director of Fulton County Public Safety Training Center. On behalf of the Academy staff, the Advisory Board, and Fulton County Police Chief Darrell Howard, I'd like to welcome everyone to the graduation ceremony for Basic Law Enforcement Class 2003. We will begin our ceremony with the national anthem being sung by our very own Sergeant April Moore. Everybody please stand.
Class, attention, precinct, oh.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed had the twilight's last gleaming, whose rush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To the family and friends of Class 2003, you should be especially proud of their accomplishments here today. I know I am. I have immense respect and admiration for these recruits that have graduated here today. These men and women have decided to join the law enforcement profession despite the current negative publicity and scrutiny facing all of us that are in law enforcement today. It takes a tremendous amount of dedication, commitment, and sacrifice to be a peace officer. This is a testament to the values and principles instilled in them by their families and friends. We also know that during these 11 weeks, that life does not stop. We want to thank you for encouraging and supporting these recruits through these 11 weeks and for raising such men and women of such fine character. Even though your family and friends aren't here today, Class 2003, give them a round of applause. To the graduating class, 11 weeks ago, you were all thrown into a class together, and just like other classes before you, you had your challenges. You lost a few people along the way. But those of you who are sitting here today have made it to the beginning of your training. I say beginning because now you're going to start your real life training. When you leave here, you're going to go into your field training. What you've done up to this point is to prepare your body and mind to handle what comes next. Your next step in training will be going on the streets in an uncontrolled environment, working with real equipment, real witnesses, and real bad guys. From this day forward, you will now share a special bond with one another and every other law enforcement officer you encounter. Today you become protectors of the peace and protectors of your fellow man and woman. It's no coincidence that one of my favorite quotes is printed on the wall of our warrior room, and all of y'all have seen it. Everyone wants to be a lion until it comes time to do what lions do. That's what y'all are getting ready to do. My best wishes to you, Class 2003. Finally, I'd like to welcome our guest speaker, Mrs. Sonia Ritchie. She is currently the manager of loss prevention for the Marshall Distribution Center. Ms. Ritchie has over 30 years of law enforcement and corporate security experience. She started her career in 1986 with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Prior to her leaving, she was assigned as a sergeant here at the Fulton County Public Safety Training Center as a training coordinator and senior instructor for the in-service and mandate classes. Mrs. Ritchie also served as a member of the executive protection team and as president of the Georgia Women in Law Enforcement Association. In 1995, Mrs. Ritchie accepted an appointment with the Atlanta Committee for the Olympic Games, where she held the position as the security training manager, assistant venue security manager at the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. After the 1996 Olympics, Mrs. Ritchie began working as a consultant with Emory University Title X program, where she works with police agencies across the state of Georgia, and in doing so, she authorized a statewide police protocol on how to respond to sexual assault victims. Mrs. Ritchie's law enforcement career also includes stints with the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, Southeast Division, and as a contract fraud analyst with the Cobb County School System as a resource officer. Also worked with Emory University Police Department as a patrolman and instructor. In the corporate world, Mrs. Ritchie was the senior LP instructor for the Luxottica Retail Distribution Center and DC Loss Prevention Manager for Dick's Sporting Goods, where she managed firearm distribution compliance under FFL, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Currently, Mrs. Ritchie is on a path to retirement and works for TJX Company Marshall's Division as a DC Loss Prevention Manager. Mrs. Ritchie has been married to John Ritchie for 29 years, and they have 3 college graduate sons and 2 grandchildren. She is a native of Greensboro, North Carolina, and a graduate of the University of North Carolina, where she received a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll help me welcome to the podium, Ms. Sonia Ritchie.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon and greetings. Wow. Thank you so much, Director Sheldon, Ms. McIntosh, and the Public Safety Training staff, departmental heads, virtual guests, family, friends, but most importantly, good afternoon, class 2003. Let's applaud your great work. 19 graduates that have committed and accepted the responsibility and the calling to be a part of the law enforcement family and profession, especially in these extraordinary times. I count it a privilege and an honor to stand before you today and celebrate this momentous occasion. As I pondered over the message I wanted to deliver, my immediate thoughts were the significance of today's date. 9/11. For the past 19 years, this date brings to memory one of the saddest days in our country, where a series of 4 coordinated terroristic acts resulted in the loss of over 2,977 lives, including 343 firefighters and paramedics, 23 NYPD officers, and 37 Port Authority police officers, all struggling to evacuate the buildings and save the lives trapped on high-rise floors. The country was vulnerable, and our pursuit of liberty and freedom was now in question. Life as we once knew it had changed forever, similar to what we are experiencing today. Pandemic, politics, police brutality, civil unrest, and social evil. So today, 9/11, your lives will forever change again. From this day forward, remember the victims of 9/11, as well as the brave men and women who lost their lives. You will quickly be reminded about the meaning, the true meaning, and sacrifice, and what it means to take an oath to serve and protect. In the spirit of social media and 2003 class, I'd like to share, encourage, and challenge you on this exciting chapter in your life. You have completed over 11 weeks of basic training, classroom lectures, practical skills, and tests. And oh yes, let's not forget about the fervent prayers and those pep talks during the firearms qualification. Hashtag, now what? How do you begin this journey? First, every day before you put on the uniform, badge, and the weapon, your prayer should be that God gives you divine protection and that your faith returns you safely home to your family and loved ones. In Ephesians, the Apostle Paul tells us to put on the full, whole armor of God, so that the day when evil comes to you, you will be able to stand your ground and take up the shield of faith. In order to protect, serve, and to help others, and sometimes be tasked to face the worst, put on the whole armor. Make it a priority, cultivate, and nurture your spiritual being. Secondly, balance your personal and professional life. Some may be asking, well, what does this mean? Or why is it important? Literally speaking, balance your social interactions and your inner circle with civilians and non-civilians. Don't always socialize with your fellow officers. Be careful. Your association and assimilations can alienate you from your spouses, partners, children, family, and friends. Now, don't get me wrong. On this journey, you are going to lose some so-called friends. But that's God's way of pruning you for the road that He has for you. Balance will allow you to stay connected both socially and mentally. Thirdly, your new profession and career requires stamina and a reasonable level of physical fitness. Take care of yourself physically. Get the proper rest and exercise. Look the part. Show up as a professional. Your outward appearance in your uniform will speak volumes, even when you're fresh out of the academy. And trust me, I know. There were many times I wasn't fully confident and knowledgeable about a situation or a scenario, whether it be a traffic stop, traffic direction, an arrest, or a court appearance. Nevertheless, how I showed up gave me the confidence to put my best foot forward. Hashtag, what now? So now you've cultivated and nurtured your spiritual being, you stayed connected both mentally and socially, and you've invested in your physical fitness. It's time to go in service code 10. More than likely, when someone calls the 911 operator, the citizen is requesting dispatch to send help or emergency assistance. As we have seen in recent months, we are witnessing a time when police officers and departments all over this country are being scrutinized on social media for every behavior, action, and response. I once heard an instructor say, "Go in like a lamb, you can always come out like a lion." In other words, let your actions mirror your training. In all your interactions, remember the power of verbal judo for effective communication. Treat people with humanity, with human dignity and respect. Yes, you will have the ability to take away someone's freedom, but understand the consequences of your actions. Once again, your actions should justify the law, your training, and your agency's standard operating procedures. Take time and get to know the communities and the neighborhoods that you are policing. Be a part of the community. Sometimes your biggest investigative leads or information comes from the citizens that you police. As you encounter the mentally ill, listen with patience. Treat them with compassion, humility, and respect. Be compassionate, but also be careful. In my experience, working and investigating domestic violence cases, it taught me the importance of not passing judgment. Everyone has a different set of circumstances. Children, employment, family, finances, and resources. Hashtag, what now? Integrity. Always be willing to speak up and do the right thing at all times, even if it means separating yourself from your fellow officers. Remember, you're not above the law. Never compromise or attempt to take a shortcut. Your badge and your weapon give you authority, but integrity is a choice and a reflection of your character. Be trustworthy. Your word is bond. Set the example and don't be the example. Understand the reason why you took your oath and be clear on your responsibility and all that it means. And make sure you invest in and you use a good moisturizer, because you're going to need some thick skin. Not everyone is going to be excited about your profession. So, 19 graduates. The number 19 is the combination of both numbers 1 and 9. Number 1 is the first number in the counting cadence, and the number 9 denotes the last single number. Number 1 represents uniqueness, independence, power or motivation, progress, ambition, and striving forward. Number 9 represents spiritual enlightenment, inspiration, serving humanity, and becoming a good example. Both numbers promote intuition and problem-solving ability. Overall, it is the sign of completion, an ending that will lead and achieve a successful new beginning. Finally, Class 2003, I challenge you to strive and make a difference to dispel the current narrative. Never stop learning. Knowledge is power. Proper training, relationships, and networking will unlock the door to endless possibilities. And before I take my seat, let me pass on what was told to me over 30 years ago, and I quote, "Never betray the trust that has been bestowed upon you." I repeat, never betray the trust that has been bestowed upon you. Congratulations, class of 2003. I wish you the best. Have a safe, a purposeful, and a fulfilling career. Thank you, and God bless.
We have a small token of our esteem to present to Ms. Ritchie. It reads, "In appreciation to Sonia Ritchie for your dedication and support of the Fulton County Public Safety Training Center, members of the staff, Captain Greg A. Shelton, Director, September 11th, 2020. Thank you, ma'am. Each class that graduates from this academy is assigned a class coordinator. Class coordinator is responsible for everything associated with the recruit class. Having been a class coordinator myself for a while, I found that you had to wear a number of hats to do the job correctly. Sometimes you're a big brother, a big sister, depending on your age to the recruit, sometimes a mother figure, a father figure, and I'm getting more and more of that age difference now the older I get, and it's really, really bothering me. A mentor, right? Someone that they come to and they can cry on their shoulder or present a problem to, ask for advice. Sometimes they find out that the hard way that you got to be that disciplinarian. So you gotta do a lot of things, wear a lot of hats to coordinate a class the way it needs to be coordinated. The class coordinator for class 2003 is Sergeant April Moore.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to BLE 2003. Being a class coordinator is a very different task if you've never worked at the academy, but I have certainly enjoyed the 19 individuals that have been in this class. They have kept me laughing for 11 weeks, and I truly appreciate it. Every class must select a class leader, class corporal, class sergeant in week 1. So as you can imagine, when they take on this responsibility, they don't always know what they're getting into. But I always have a conversation and let them know, being a class leader is going to require a lot. They may get on your nerves, but at the end of the day, you guys have a common goal. BLE 2003 selected class corporal, Dawabian Woods from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, class sergeant, Jenny Durden from the Fulton County Police Department. They're going to come forward at this time to give their final speech to their classmates. I have relied on them over the I've relied on them for the last 11 weeks to serve as a liaison between myself and the class, and they have done a wonderful job. At this time, Dawabian Woods from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dawabian Woods, the class corporal for BLE. Testing, okay. All right, didn't lose y'all. So I'm the class corporal for BLE 2003. And I have spoken. I have spoken at many of my graduations through school, but this by far has been the one I'm most humble for. Being chosen as a class corporal has been an amazing experience. It has taught me sacrifice, patience, more patience, and team building skills. These ladies and gentlemen in front of me has helped me hold myself accountable and keep me going even when I feel like I want to give up. We have laughed a lot, and I mean a lot. Even shed a few tears, or maybe it was just me. But through Range Week, EBOT, Officer Survival, we have made it through the end together. I wouldn't have chose a better class to experience this with. But without that being said, I would like to thank our amazing leader, who's multi-talented, dynamic, hardworking, Ms. Sergeant Moore. She has been through a lot. We have put her through some of it. But I am so grateful for her leadership. Even through all the things she's been through, if you ask her how she was doing, her response would be the same. Absolutely amazing. That is the strength I seek. That is the person that I will mirror myself off of. I would also like to thank on the class of BLE 2003, the staff here, the instructors. You have taught us so much. It will help us in our career and moving forward. And with that being said, congratulations. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all so much. First, giving honor to God, shooter head of my life. I want to first say thank you to our command staff. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to advance in our career. On behalf of 2003, we really appreciate you trusting us and giving us the opportunity to grow. To our coordinator, Sergeant Moore, I want to say to you, thank you so much for being an excellent example of what it means to be an officer. You have truly impressed each of us and caused an everlasting impression on us for the rest of our lives. We say thank you in 2003. On the second week of this 11-week journey, our coordinator gave us a quote, and it simply states that don't be upset with the work you didn't, don't be upset with the results you didn't get with the work you didn't put in. Today, I'm proud to say that 2003 is very, very happy with the results they have because they are graduates. To 2003, it's been an honor. I know it's hard to believe, but I love you. I do love you. I thank you for this honor to train beside you. And I look forward to a lifelong relationship with each of you. I love you, and I thank God for you. Be blessed, and good luck. Amen. Thank you.
Stand by just 1 second. Corporal. On behalf of the Fulton County Public Safety Training Center, I would like to present the Leadership Award to Class Sergeant Jenny Durden and Class Corporal Noah Woods. And it says, thank you for your leadership showing to basic mandate class 2003 by the staff of the Fulton County Public Safety Training Center, September 11, 2020. Over the 11 weeks of training, they must take 15 academic or written exams. Every week, it was a stressful situation when they came in on Mondays. They would come in, you could see the look on their faces. Most of them probably didn't get a lot of sleep over the weekend. They had Zoom study sessions on Sundays in preparation for their exams. And sometimes, you know, questions would be 50 questions, and sometimes they would be less. And when they were less, they were much more stressed. But thankfully, they all got to this point. And over the course of 11 weeks, again, they take 15 exams. The student with the highest grade point average is given the top academic award. The Scholastic Award for BLE 2003 goes to Sharona Edmondson. During range week, which was week 7 for BLE 2003, they had an opportunity to be probably the most stressed that they were over the entire 11-week course. During range week, they are required to shoot 2 qualifying scores, which is a 240 out of 300. If during those 2 qualifying attempts they shoot a score of 270 or higher, they are entered into the trophy round. If you shot in the trophy round for BLE 2003, if you could please stand at this time. Thank you. The top shooter award goes to Tyler Thomas. He's been claiming this award since range week. The last award that we will present is the top driver award. For the emergency vehicle operators course, there are 3 courses that they must pass: the precision cone course, the braking course, and the skid course. For us to choose the top driver, they not only have to have the best time on the precision cone course, they must pass the braking course on the first test attempt, and they must pass the skids on their first test attempt. Some of them will not need cars when they come back to your agency, but they made it here today. At this time, I would like to present the top driver award to Geronte Thomas, Georgia State University. So we don't have this often, but I've had it happen in one other class. But typically when you do the top driver, as I said before, you will have someone with the fastest time, but they also pass on the first attempt for braking course and for skid course. In BLE 2003, we had 2 students who had the same exact time, who passed the first attempt at braking course, and who also passed the first attempt at the skid course. Well, we were trying to figure out how we were going to do the tiebreaker. Well, they scored the same exact thing on their exam as well. So, we actually have 2 top drivers for BLE 2003. I would like to present the second top driver award to Najee Lane, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. this time, we will have a presentation of the diplomas. If there are any agency representatives or designees that will be coming to the stage, if you could come at this time for the presentation of diplomas. Sharon Edmondson, Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. Takesha Frazier, College Park Police Department. Louise Cook, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Raisha Flowers, College Park Police Department. Brandon Fitzgerald Boydman, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Tyler Thomas, Martin Police Department. Chelsea Wilson, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Sherrod White, Martin Police Department. Damian Donnell Payton, Fulton County Police Department. Gary Wilson, Martin Police Department. Shaquan Smith, Georgia State University Police Department. Joshua Dryden, Georgia State University Police Department. Stephen Francois, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Quentin Hill, Fulton County Marshal's Department. Robert Jones, Fulton County Police Department. Najee Lane, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Geronte Thomas, Georgia State University Police Department. Noavion Woods, Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Jimmy Durden, Fulton County Police Department. Thank you. Everyone would please take their seats. To my beloved BLE 2003, I give you my final greetings and salutations. Over the last 11 weeks, I've had the privilege of serving as your coordinator and witnessed you all overcome many obstacles, personal and professional. Being a coordinator for a basic law enforcement class requires a lot. The patience of Job, a desire and ability to help others, answer questions, even if it was the question someone just asked. Organization skills, the ability to motivate, and a sense of humor. Even if you bring your A game every day, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get when you get a mandate class. Thankfully, you all made each day easy, even when you were being a little hard-headed at times. Choosing to become a peace officer right now is a noble one. As you go to your various agencies, I implore you to remember why you started this journey and how much work you put in to get to this day. Never forget where you came from. In all things, show yourself an example of good works. In your teaching, show integrity, seriousness, incorruptibility, and soundness of speech that cannot be condemned, that he who opposes you may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say about us. Found in a good book, right? While some things have changed as policing goes, many principles remain the same. Treat people with respect, rely on your training, and know that any obstacle you face can be overcome. You started training on June 29, 2020, and according to the Officer Down Memorial page, since that day, 72 officers have died or been killed in the line of duty. Whether you are working in the jail, the courthouse, or patrolling the street, be safe. It's a requirement. I wish you all the best in your law enforcement careers. And for the last time, I'm sorry, that was an inside joke, y'all. And for the last time, I present to you BLE 2003.
Class, attention. We are strong. We will stay strong. We are always strong. BLE 2003.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That now concludes the graduation ceremony for BLE 2003.